say I'm a cigarette from That's it. Oh, okay.
Hi, sir.
I'm not afraid of you.
I hope so. I try not to be scary most of the times. First of all, welcome to Weekend of Hell.
Yeah.
It's very nice having you here. You are a legend in our hearts and in the movie industry. So first of all, a very quick question for the audience. Please do not take photos with the flash, okay? I would be very grateful. Thank you so much. And by the way, guys, welcome to Weekend of Hell.
I like photos.
No, photos, yes, no flash.
Yeah.
So because you're gonna get blocked.
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't matter you?
No.
Okay, so this panel we can do flash. So, Mr. Lance, not bad for a human.
No, that's a good one. That's a good line.
It's a good line. So there's a memoir of yours with that title. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
About which one?
About the Not Bad for a Human title.
I had to audition for Bishop. And Jim Cameron and I had already done Terminator, you know, and other things too. You know, a movie down in Jamaica called Piranha 2, The Spawning. Microphone. And that's it. You can't hear me. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We did Piranha 2, The Spawning down in Jamaica, which we never talk about. It's a terrible movie. But, and I still had to audition for Bishop. And Jim told me, you have to audition. If I find somebody better, then you're out. So he's kind of honest that way. So anyway, I auditioned and I got it. And a great experience. We shot it in London, out at Pinewood Studios, you know, for a few months. This doesn't sound like it's working. Is it working?
It's working.
We'll relax in a minute. We'll all relax. You must be nervous for me. Because I can feel it. Anyway, and then Not Bad for a Human, it came up. It just came up. And I was so busy being Bishop that I didn't mind. I mean, I'll just say whatever you wanted. What is a VIP?
What is a VIP? It's those are 2 rows that the VIP ticket holders can occupy.
Really?
Yes, sir.
It's like we're on a train or something.
It is a very wild ride.
I've been very lucky in my career because I have never known how or why, what or when something was going to happen. Who, what, where, when, or how, you don't know. And so you walk into a situation like this, and there may be a director sitting somewhere in the back here, not in the VIP. They're too cheap. But anyway, you don't know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. And so you have a very short time to like figure out what you're going to do in order to get this part, right? So it's the same if you guys were out of a job and then you walk into a place and try to get the job. That's it. It's as simple as that, you know. So, and I'm from New York, so I have a really good shit detector. I can figure out what's going on, and that's because I'm from New York. I was born there. And there is no nature in New York. It's all buildings. And so you learn to read people because that's the only nature, you know. So anyway, what else you got?
I just started.
I go off.
So, sir, what was your most difficult audition in your career? Because you had few.
It's not that, it's what is the most difficult movie to do, you know, not the audition. I forget that the minute I walk out, you know, so, because I got the part or I didn't get it, so. But I just finished a movie with Viggo Mortensen, and it's called Fallen, and I play his father in it because of the gray hair. I should have dyed my hair. I would have got a better part. But anyway, it was the hardest thing I've ever done, that film. I just finished it 2 months ago up in Canada in the winter.
What was difficult about it?
Huh?
What was difficult?
Everything.
Everything.
Vigo wrote it, he's in it, and he directed it.
Oh, geez.
So I lost every argument we had. But it's probably maybe the best movie I've ever done because of him. He's a Renaissance man. I mean, he really is. He has a publishing company. He writes music. He wrote the script. He's a wonderful actor. You know, so the game was very high game. You know, it was like playing roulette with $1,000 chips.
That's a lot of things
That
to
didn't
lose.
ring a bell, did it? No.
But there's a lot to lose when you play with high stakes, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very high stakes.
But you're a Renaissance man too, because you act, you write, you do ceramic work as well. You're a voice actor.
Yeah.
So there's a lot on your account.
Once you get hooked on the arts, you're stuck because nothing lives up to it, unless it's a new romance or something. Anyway, yeah.
But in your roles, you're very versatile. You go from like a clean-cut FBI agent to a psychotic motorcycle gang member to for vampire clan head. So there's a lot of versatility in those roles.
Yeah.
How do you prepare?
And I
to
never
be-
spent any time in jail because of it.
Exactly.
That's the best part. You can go into the middle of the town and spin your car around and go through a fence and all that. Nothing. You have.
And they
Then
pay
you go have
for
lunch.
it. And they pay for it. That's amazing.
It's true.
But how do you prepare for such a versatile array of roles? What do you do?
I had a vivid imagination as a child,
All right.
and they don't arrest children either. You know.
Mostly not, no.
So anyway, that started the ball rolling. I think I'm putting him to sleep right here. This guy.
Which one?
One of the VIPs is falling asleep.
Don't sleep. But you started your career in acting quite late for an actor. Because you started your
I
career...
mean, what? Quite late?
Yeah, quite late.
What does that mean?
Because you started around your 30s, no?
We're all going to go out the back door. I mean, we're going home eventually. No, it's not too late. No.
It's not too late. It's according to the industry standards.
Oh, so you have, all the young people in here have a chance.
They have a chance.
Right, but not while I'm around.
Exactly. You're too big of a threat. But what led you to idea that you want to become an actor?
Well, I ran away from home when I was really young and traveled across the whole of the United States. And I was 12. And I was riding freight trains, and I went to sea, and all of this stuff. It was all an adventure. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be held down. He's part of the act. He's part of my act. No, so I don't think in terms of time, you know, unless I look in the mirror, which I don't do very often.
But do you watch your movies?
What?
Do you watch your movies? Because you say you don't look in the mirror, but do you watch your movies?
I used to go to the movies. I shine shoes in New York, and I take half the money and give it to my mother, and the other half I go to movies and watch all these great movies. You know, sometimes till 4 in the morning. I would, if it was a good movie, I'd watch it more than once because they didn't run you out of the theater back then. That was back in like 1948.
It was
I
a
know,
while
it's a
ago.
long time ago.
Sure did.
But I still have a lot of energy, so I'm not troubled by anything.
We're not troubled either. I definitely know that our audience has some questions. So
Hey,
dear
I want to
audience,
thank you guys for being here,
woo!
being interested. It's hard to do this in my hotel room.
It would be difficult, yes, it would be very difficult. So if anybody has a question,
Yeah,
please raise your hand and my lovely assistant will follow you with the microphone.
that guy is anxious to do it.
He will, he will.
What is it?
But then we have one here.
Oh, one there too. You?
Hello. How do you find the role in Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme? That is
Yeah.
a special movie for me.
You know, Van Damme is a cool guy. He's very controlled. When he fights, we did a fight together, and he kicked me in the face, and it barely touched me. He did a big spinning kick and hit me like, and I went, whoa. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, I mean, a lot of other guys, I've been in a lot of fights in movies, and a lot of guys hurt you. You know, like, one guy pulled my arm way out like this and he kicked me right here. And I cracked a rib and I had to finish the movie. You know, but I couldn't go, hi, you know, because I couldn't get my arm up higher than that. Anyway, poor me.
For you. Thank you very much for the
But they
question.
paid me a lot of money to do that.
Yes. Next question, please.
Hello, Lance.
Hi, buddy.
Thank you
Hi.
for coming and staying with us.
It's
Question-
always a long trip.
Yeah.
It's like
Sure.
12 hours though.
Crazy. My question is about Aliens movie. Okay, I know it was crazy filmmaking about everything about James Cameron, people of Pinewood, sea breaks, you
Yeah.
know, something go explode. Okay. Anyway, separate of that, what's the situation, that crazy situation that was there and was thinking that is really happening about the movie, the Aliens movie, that you are on the movie, and something strange happened, and you see it and see this really happened? What is the most strange moment that's happened during the film?
What?
What was the strangest moment during Aliens?
Oh,
For
doing
you.
Aliens?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's scuffling
in
through
Israel.
that pipe. I had to go through this. Cameron said to me, are you claustrophobic at all? And I said, I don't know. I don't think so. And then he put me in the pipe and they welded it behind me. And I had to scuffle through the pipe. And by the time I got to the end, I went, oh, this sucks. This really sucks. Because the smoke from the welding was coming through the pipe. And it was like, but then when I finished it, I was like a little hero. He went, oh, that's good. You did good. Yeah. Why not throw me out of a helicopter?
And check if you're afraid of heights.
No, he actually did throw me out of a helicopter. I'm from about 50 feet, and man, I broke my own hand hitting my knee when I hit the water,
Oh, geez.
and it broke it. But anyway, you better be ready if you're going to be an actor to do some of this stuff.
You're still alive anyway.
Huh?
You're still alive anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Once you step out, you're almost finished already, you know, because you fall pretty fast. So.
So after the scene in the pipe, are you claustrophobic?
No.
No. Okay, we have that checked.
No, that's on my resume. I'm not claustrophobic.
Good. And can fall from the helicopter.
Yeah. You have a question. I know you do. I can see it.
Yes, I do.
What is it?
I wanted to ask you about the movie Nature of the Beast.
Can we have a microphone?
Nature of the Beast?
Nature of the Beast?
Yeah, that was a crazy movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's my
I
favorite.
play actually an axe murderer, but I had them put a big belly on me so that I didn't look physical. You know, that I look like a kind of a slob, you know, that character, and I sell floppy disks. I mean, you know those floppy disks?
Yeah.
I was a floppy disk salesman, right, in the movie. And what is the other guy that was in it with me?
Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts. Thank you. And I wanted to kill him from the very first moment I met him. I wanted to kill him. You know? And in my briefcase, it looks like I was the thief, but he's the thief, and I was a murderer. And so, at the end of the movie, I finally kill him, which I was waiting for every day. No, he's a good actor. He made me hate him. So at the end, I did kill him, and I took a piece of. You saw the movie.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I taped my axe to my hand so it wouldn't slip in the blood.
Smart move. Smart.
And I get paid for this. But anyway, yeah. But what did you want to know about it? Did I enjoy it?
I was interested because I think it's a very smart script, and the movie is not very well known, and you don't talk about it very often. So I was interested in your experience on the set.
Well, you know, it was a little bit like a magician in a way, because we had to impress to the audience the opposite of what we were. You know, he was a thief, and I was just a plain old killer, you know, so. And then you didn't get it until the very end, you know, which was hard to do. You know, we had to be subtle. I mean, there were a lot of other people in that movie too, and everybody knew. But if we got caught, yeah, you're looking like the killer right now, so don't do it until the end. You know, so. It's and directors. It's all directors and writers. The director wrote it too, so it was, yeah.
Thank you.
They have all the power
Thank you very much.
until the camera is alone with me. Then I have the power.
But you did put a lot of elements of you in your movies as well.
Yeah.
There's a scene when you wash hands of your son in the oh Jesus, what was the movie? Okay, anybody help me? No? But you put the line of washing the hands of your grandmother, no? Well,
Oh, Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead, thank you
Yeah.
so much, sorry, blank. In Pumpkinhead, you put it
Yeah.
yourself there.
I love doing that movie. At first, my agent sent me the script, and it said it was an orange script, and it said Pumpkinhead on it. And I went, I don't even want to read this. I know what this is. Because I'm going to have a pumpkin on my head and riding a horse, you know. And then he said, no, please read it. And I said, what is it, a movie or television, or what is it? And he wouldn't tell me. And I said, you're fired. No, anyway. But anyway, I read it, and there was a scene in it where my dead son sits up in the truck, and the hair on my neck when I read it stood up. I mean, I was like, oh. And then I did the movie. I said, yeah, I'll do it. Just from that one scene. It was so well done. Stan Winston did it. We did Aliens together. We've done all of these different movies where he did the effects. And this was his first directorial thing, you know, so. And the movie turned out all right, you know, I mean, I love doing it. Yeah, I like revenge.
We all do.
I got revenge. And then killed myself. Yeah, that's a lot of acting.
And you got paid for it.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. And it's still paying me. Its residuals keep coming in. It's like, in fact, I have some right here if you don't believe me.
Thank you so much. Next question, please.
That's a good one. You must be in the VIP part.
That would be me. Hi there. Over here.
Hi.
Welcome to Germany. I hope you enjoy your visit. You have done so many movies and so many plays. I would like to know, was there any kind of movie in particular that you rejected, and for which reason?
How does that go?
Did you reject any role? And for what reason, if you did?
There's some roles I won't do. I really won't. I don't care what they're going to pay me. There's some. You don't want to hear it. Negative stuff doesn't mean anything, but there are some that I wouldn't do. And I have turned them down. But it also depends on how much alimony I have to pay this month. Some movies are alimony movies, and some movies are jet lag movies, which means you get into Romania and they bring you right to the set from the airplane. And what part am I playing? I don't even know. But it's partly an alimony movie, too. I'm not proud. Look at this guy go. All right. Hi, buddy. That's a bad picture. Take another one without the mic. Hey.
Thank you very much. Next question, please.
We've almost run out of subject matter, huh? Actors are boring. No, in a way they are. No. Come here, give me a hug. No, I worry about that because my ex-wife, I don't mind talking about it. It happens. She was always bored by me talking about the character I was going to play. And I knew we were in trouble. I knew things were going to change. But we're all friends. I mean, I have 2 daughters, so that's like, that bonds you no matter what. And one of them's an opera singer, and the other one got her master's degree in book restoration. So they didn't fall far from the tree.
Not bad.
That's a good thing. They're artists. Yeah.
That's good.
One of them's 20 and the other's 35. That was a long time ago.
Thank you so much. Next question from the sleepy guy.
Who wants to
Never get rid of that. No. So you said you just said you turned projects down. Any projects you came to regret having turned down that turned out to be interesting films that you went, oh man, I should have done that. And then I wondered, you did both movies and television. What are some of the differences working in each medium?
Oh, Millennium. You guys saw Millennium, right? Yeah, that was the hardest job I ever did. I never had to remember so many lines. It was like, oh my God. And this guy that I was playing was so much more educated than I am, or I was. You know, I'm educated now, but back when I did that, it was like an avalanche of dialogue, you know, and it was, I was always giving these long speeches about what I think is going on, you know, like that. So I think acting for me has been my college, even though I never went to high school. I only went to a few years of grammar school because I ran away. I went on the road. It was much more exciting than going to grammar school. You know, it's like, And they used to embarrass me because I couldn't read. So they embarrassed me all the time. So I said, I'm out of here. I'm not staying here. Why? Just to make you happy? No. Anyway.
That was a good
You're not a teacher, are you? No, good.
And the other question that the gentleman had was...
anything you turned down that you came to regret having turned down?
The what?
Anything you turned down that you came to regret having turned down? Any roles, any projects? You said there are things you wouldn't want to do and that you turned down. Anything that ended up being interesting?
What language are you speaking right
Right now. Supposed to be English, I guess.
Okay, the question is that you turned down some roles.
Yeah.
And do you regret turning down anything?
Do I what?
Do you regret? Do you have regrets?
No, I have no regrets. No.
Fair enough.
No, I really don't. Not even my divorce. It's not a regret. You just have to pay.
It's a little bit different financial situation now, isn't it?
Yeah, again, it's where's the financial guy? Yeah, you understand what
It's the running gag of the
Yeah, it's worth it. So Bill Paxton said something to me once, and I was at the moment I was grieving because we had split up and we're getting a divorce. And he says, "Hey Lance, you know why divorce is expensive? Because it's worth it." I'm sorry, ladies. This is not an anti-gender thing. If there was a female actress here and telling you about her divorce, it'd be much meaner than mine.
True that.
You know? Am I right?
Yes, you're
Yes,
right.
I am.
Definitely right.
I can play a woman. I haven't. I've turned them down.
Oh.
Not true. Not true.
Because they get paid less, huh?
If it was a puppet show. Oh my God.
I was joking.
Christ.
Guys, unfortunately, we are coming to an end of our time on this stage with Mr. Lance.
I should have made better use of it. I don't know what I could have done.
Next time we can maybe dance or sing, do the pottery class or something.
A bubbly.
A pottery class, pottery.
Oh,
Ceremony.
pottery.
Pottery.
I'm an obsessed potter. Yeah, I've been doing it since 1960. A lot of you weren't even born yet.
That is true.
No, but it's an obsession. I don't make little cups and saucers and stuff. I make big platters. That big. I have a good joke about pottery. I took this beautiful woman to dinner one night, and she said, "Well, what do you do when you're not acting? For fun? I mean, what do you do?" And I said, "I make pottery." And she went, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah, I make stoneware, porcelain." And she goes, "Check, please." Taxi. I'm out of here.
And with that amazing joke, we need to unfortunately go. That's it. Thank you so much.